And what have you told the boys from your experience on how to play such a big game in a World Cup?
Obviously, India-Pakistan is always all about pressure, and the best thing we can do is just enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere, go there, play your game, be positive, and that's the way how it is. And I think if you could just go there and play your natural game, that's how you could handle the pressure well. And that's my advice to the team.
Yep.
Given the track record of Pakistan team in the World Cup, are you comfortable playing India first up, or you would have preferred the tournament to tweak a little bit before you take India on?
I think we already played a lot of games before the build-up, so you need to be ready to play against any team at any time if you really want to do well in any tournament. So it's not been a question of playing India or any team up first. You need to be ready. Whenever any team comes against you, you should be ready to play well.
Yep.
One of your teammates, Yunus, played domestic cricket here in South Australia for the Redbacks, but it was a completely different looking stadium. Have you spoken to him about his time and now what your thoughts are of the new stadium?
Obviously, he's a senior lad. He is more experienced playing in all conditions and throughout the world, so he's always been a big help for me as a captain and a big help for the other teammates. So definitely he's just giving his input about this wicket and stadium.
There's a lot goes on off the field in India-Pakistan matches. Is it difficult with that rivalry not to take any sort of extra animosity onto the field?
I don't know whether it's difficult or it's not difficult. It just varies person to person, but I think it is the way to go, that you just don't take anything into the ground when you are playing against India. You don't have to worry about what's happening outside, what's then been going on in the countries. I think you need to focus on your game, go there and play your best.
Misbah, what kind of problems will it create that senior player like Hafiz and Junaid, they are unfortunately out with injuries? So does it really hit the team?
Obviously, senior players, experienced players and good performers are key to your team's success, but this is how life goes on. You need to replace people when there is injury. It's unfortunately injuries are part and parcel of your life and game especially, so you should just focus what you got, and you need to believe that whatever you got, that is the best, and I think that's what we are thinking.
Hi Misbah, just taking off on that, the absence of Hafiz, how much of not pressure, but how much of a responsibility would be on someone like Shahzad, and a word on how he's matured as a player over the last 1 year? The second question, a lot of former cricketers whom we've spoken to said that a lot of this battle between India and Pakistan is either won or lost in the dressing rooms because there's so much that either of the teams take with them. Is that true from your experience, from your side, current side playing out?
Regarding your first question, I think everybody needs to just focus on his own game. Don't worry about who is here, who is not here, who you are missing. That's the only way to just go about your own performances. And the second one, it is about pressure, and it is about the dressing room, and your thinking, what you are thinking about this game. You need to be really positive in these sort of pressure games, and that's how you could really perform well. Yeah, I think so. His performances are really good. You could say he's a match winner. He could really turn the game. So we'll be really happy to have him in the squad, because he got that sort of flair and that sort of, you could say, positive attitude that could rise to the occasion and play really good innings. So he's an important player for us.
Misbah, could you talk to me a little bit about Yazid Shah? Obviously his performances have been very good in the limited amount of time he's played for Pakistan, and in Australia generally, he'll find conditions perhaps that might suit his leg speed.
Yeah, of course. The kind of bowling he did in last 2 games, that's really, he proved his worth. He bowled really well on game against England, and even the game before that, that was a bit of, you could say, a green pitch against Bangladesh, and they used to play spin well, but he really bowled well and exploited that bounce very well. So he's really a good competitor, put some energy in the team. The kind of efforts he do in the fielding, and especially the kind of aggression he brings in the bowling lineup. So he's really you could say, a good find for Pakistan.
So, judging from the experience that you have from playing a few games here and looking at India specifically, what has Pakistan been focusing on in training?
Obviously, in these sort of games, you need to focus every department. You need to bowl well, you need to field well, and you need to really bat well, especially in Australian conditions. That's the key. Especially in Australia, batting with the new ball and bowling with the new ball. That's more important. And if you could really put opposition under pressure in those first 10-15 overs, whether you are bowling or batting, that's the key. So we are focusing each and every aspect of the game. Let's see, be positive and try to just go there and have a good show.
The last question in English.
Captain, do you think this is the best chance for you to win against India in the World Cup, because they are struggling to wrestle even first win in the tour, because they have not won any match here in Australia?
I think you always need to be like that. Think positive. Whenever you are playing against any team, you always just think about winning first, and that's what we are thinking about. We are not just worried about what India is doing, what their performances are. I think we need to focus on our strengths, and we need to focus on our
तो जिस तरह से हाइट है उनकी और जिस तरह का विकेट है, तो थोड़ा एडवांटेज है इरफान से.
Obviously एडवांटेज है. जब भी आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में स्पेशली बाउंसी विकेट्स पे खेलते हैं, इवन इरफान को पाकिस्तान या इंडिया में भी खेलना आसान नहीं है. तो यहाँ की कंडीशंस में, क्योंकि एक वो जिस तरह के आपको बॉलर्स मिलते हैं क्रिकेट में, उससे थोड़ा सा हट के चीज़ है. उसका जो बाउंस है, उसका जो हाइट है, उसका एडवांटेज आपको मिलता है. तो आई थिंक जो अटैकिंग बॉलर्स हमारे पास हैं, हमें उसका एडवांटेज है. और इंडिया के पास भी मेरे ख्याल में अच्छी बॉलिंग लाइनअप भी अच्छी है, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है. बैटिंग लाइनअप उनकी स्ट्रॉन्ग है. पाकिस्तान की बैटिंग भी अभी रिसेंटली मेरे ख्याल में अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. हमारे लड़के अच्छी फॉर्म में आए हैं. शुएब मकसूद जिस तरह उसने परफॉर्म किया, हारिस सुहेल इज़ प्लेइंग वेल नाउ. उमर अकमल बड़ी अच्छी फॉर्म में, शायद अफरीदी बड़ी ज़बरदस्त बैटिंग कर रहे हैं इस टाइम पे. तो आई थिंक कि हमारा जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल है वो बेहतर है दोनों चीज़ों में. रिसेंटली बॉलिंग फॉर्म भी अच्छी हुई है लड़कों की. तो मेरा नहीं ख्याल कि कोई मेंटली कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन है कि जब हम बहुत ज़्यादा लो फील कर रहे हैं. आई थिंक काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंट है टीम इस टाइम.
कैप्टन, यहाँ के जो हालात है खेलने के लिए, वो देखते हुए जो फॉर्मर क्रिकेटर्स है बोल रहे हैं कि यार ये जो वर्ल्ड कप रहेगा, ये रन्स रोकने वाला नहीं, विकेट निकालने वाला वर्ल्ड कप रहेगा. क्या सोचते हैं? बिल्कुल
सही मेरे ख्याल में सोच है. स्पेशली जो फील्ड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस और जिस किस्म के रूल्स हैं, आप थ्रू आउट 5 फील्डर आपको चाहिए सर्कल में, तो मेरे ख्याल में रन रोकने की तरफ जाएंगे अगर आप, तो यू कांट डू दैट. अगर आप विकेट्स निकालेंगे, मेरे ख्याल में वही एक तरीका है आपका जीतने का. विकेट लेके ही आप मैच जीत सकते हैं.
We'll extend it by one question there.
मिसबा की धोनी की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई तो उनका ये कहना है कि पाकिस्तान कभी नहीं जीता वर्ल्ड कप में, लेकिन स्टैट्स इतने मैटर नहीं करते हैं. बीइंग पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर, ये आपके जहन में होता है जब विकेट पे होंगे कि पाकिस्तान कभी नहीं भारत से जीता वर्ल्ड कप?
लेकिन जो भी रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं, जो भी हिस्ट्रीज होती हैं, वो चेंज होती हैं और वो कभी ना कभी चेंज होनी होती हैं. तो इसलिए थोड़ा बहुत आप सोच सकते हैं, बट आई थिंक कोई भी चीज़ ऐसी नहीं है इस दुनिया में कि जो चेंज ना हो, किसी न किसी टाइम पे वो चेंज होनी होती है। तो यही एक सोच है जिसके साथ आपने हमेशा कोई भी कदम लेना होता है, कोई भी मैच खेलना होता है।